Hey everybody, back again. Happy Friday. I have a nice recipe for you today. Something that my mother used to make. The only way we ate clam chowder when we were kids, and it stuck with me. I love Manhattan clam chowder, AKA red chowder, tomato chowder. However, it's clam chowder, which is really great in the summer here in New England. We get beautiful clams, quahogs. So I'm going to make this for you today, and I'm going to show you just how easy it is to do. Now, mind you, I want to say I love white chowder, and I just want to explain something to you. Manhattan clam chowder, and this is why I'm wearing my favorite shirt today. New York. Wait, I have to show you the back, though. How do you like that? Anybody remember the movie? A League of Their Own. Anyway, I have this on because this is where this chowder came from. And the little quick history is that when the Portuguese and the Italian immigrants started to migrate into the country, they settled in fishing villages, Manhattan, New Bedford, in Rhode Island, you know, Newport, all those places. And a lot of them were fishermen. And, you know, from those European countries, they used a lot of tomato. And so when they made a chowder, they put tomato in it as their base. The white chowder actually comes from, like, the original settlers of New England, the English, who used a lot of cream in their food. So that's the difference between the chowders. That's where the history of it comes from. Me being an Italian girl, I love the red chowder. So I'm going to show you what you need, first of all. Red potatoes. You need a few stalks of celery. You need a nice sized onion. You need some olive oil. In this olive oil, you're going to use a little bit of, this is real bacon. Okay, I'm cheating today. A lot of times I do my own bacon, but in a pinch, I will use this. And this is real bacon. It's 100% natural. I'm just going to start the chowder with that in the oil. I have 3 cups of clam juice. And I have a whole cup of minced clams. I have some crushed tomatoes, some salt and pepper. Easy peasy. Wait till you see how easy this is. Okay, so I have a nice Dutch oven. I'm not going to make too much. I don't know if anyone else is going to eat this tonight, but I'll eat this tomorrow too. So hopefully, I got a couple of neighbors that would love this. Anyway, a little bit of olive oil in the bottom of the pan. Okay? And you're going to take just a little handful of this bacon. Again, it's real bacon. Now, I'm sure there's chemicals in it somewhere. You know, and somebody might turn their nose up at it. But listen, in a pinch, you know what? Even if you bought bacon at the store, there's always something in it. This is fine in a pinch, okay? You know, I'm going to be making the potato pizza this weekend. I have to use the real stuff for that. So, I'll be back this weekend to show you that. So, in the bottom of the pan, we have some olive oil, and we have the bacon bits. Into this, we're going to dice up the 3 stalks of celery and the onion, okay? And you know what else I forgot to mention to you? Another one of the areas in New England where Portuguese and Italians settled is westerly and parts of Connecticut on the shore. A lot of fishermen. My husband's family, the Perrys, they were all in the meat business, but there was a group of my father-in-law's cousins who were also in the fish business. So, just another little tidbit I want to share. This is how my mother made chowder. It was so, so good. It's so flavorful. Okay, so I'm going to start by, I'm going to put this onion right into that pan with the bacon. I kind of got ahead of myself and I cut my potatoes already, but that's okay. They're still on the board. They're not moving. And then I'm going to take the celery and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to get it all cut up. And that's what's going to go into the bottom of the pan to start your chowder. And I will pause you and I will be back in a minute. Okay, so here's my starter already. Celery, onion, olive oil, a little shake of the bacon bits, and I'm gonna put a little bit of salt. Again, you know, we got fish here, so I'm not gonna need too much. Let's do just a couple of tablespoons of salt. Why you would even consider adding it is, don't forget we have potatoes going in there, and they're gonna soak up some of the salt. And I did a nice full teaspoon of black pepper. So this is gonna go on the stove, and I'm gonna bring it up to a simmer until everything's tender. Okay, so this has come up to a really nice sizzle. I'm gonna give you a look at it, and I'm gonna keep that on. You're gonna maybe saute this for about 10 minutes or so. You wanna just get that flavor. It smells fabulous. The bacon, the celery, the onion. You know, I went to the beach last Sunday, the first time this season, and you know, I can't resist. I had some chowder and clam cakes from George's. It was good. It was good. Good food. But ever since I had that, I've been dying for my own. So anyway, and had to make Mom's. My oldest daughter makes the white chowder, the creamy chowder. Oh, she makes it so good. So good. Maybe one of these days I'm going to get her up here on one of the videos with me and let her show you how to do that. Hers is like over the top good. So this is sizzling. I'm going to be right back. Okay, so while this was coming up to a sizzle, I cubed up the potatoes. I like my potatoes, not small, but I don't like big hunks of potatoes in the chowder, but I think you can see them. They're a nice size. So these are going to go into the pan. And in the meantime, you know, I had shown you the amount of clam juice and the minced clams. I put that right back in the fridge while I was doing this. Even though it's fresh, it's fish. It's warm out. You don't want to leave anything exposed to the elements longer than you have to. So that's back in the fridge, and I'll be getting that. You actually put the clams in at the end. The juice will go in soon. Okay, so we've got that all tossed around. It's beautiful. Wow, you know, I'm on my big, I have like this turbo burner jet on my stove. I better get my gloves out. It's pretty hot. Anywho, okay, so into this, I've got some tomato, crushed tomato, and I'm going to tell you what I'm going to put in it. I got to look, I don't want 2 tomatoes. And the only way to tell is by turning that in. And that's a nice color. I'll need one more little spoon. All right, I'm going to look at the ounces on that can for you, and I will let you know when I come back. I'll be right back. Okay. After the tomato, we're going in with the clam juice. And that was 3 cups. And wow, oh, it smells so good. It smells like the ocean. Just what it's supposed to smell like. I mentioned my father a lot too. My father he used to go quahogging when he was a kid. I think I told you that before. And he also liked the red chowder. So my mother always made it that way. All right, so the clam juice is in. And this is it for now, my friends. You're going to bring this up to a simmer. You're going to cover it when it's up to a simmer. And you're going to let it just sit and cook until those potatoes are tender. I don't think I can, no, I can't tip this pan. I don't have to. I'm going to show you when I bowl it out. I'll be right back. Okay, so this has been simmering for a few minutes. Not quite ready. The potatoes aren't as tender as I want them. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do a little recap with you while this simmers for a few more minutes. So I had 1 cup of minced clams. They were in the juice. I had one 15-ounce can. I checked the can. I used one 15-ounce can of crushed tomato. We started it with a couple of tablespoons of olive oil and about a tablespoon or 2 of real bacon. Celery. I had 3 stalks of celery. I had 3 large potatoes and some salt and pepper. And I think, I'm telling you, that's it. It's not hard to do at all. Smells heavenly. I haven't even put the clams in yet, but those are going to go in. 1 cup of minced clams in the juice. I'm going to put those in. Now I bought these small. I don't like big. Oh, whoops. Look at that. I dropped it. Might be the heat. I bought the minced ones. I bought them small. Sometimes when the clams are too big, they get a little tough, especially in something like this, because it is going to sit in this juice for a while, and the longer the clam cooks, the tougher it is. So anyway, that's it. We're going to give this a few more minutes to simmer, and I'm going to be right back. Okay, so no, you're not seeing things. I'm in a different shirt because I got something on my other shirt. I had to quickly go put the stain stuff on it. But anyway, the chowder is on the stove, on low. It's simmered. It's beautiful. I cannot make you a chowder without making you some clam cakes. So this is my recipe for Rhode Island clam cakes, okay? And this video won't be that long. Don't worry, because this is going to be quick. I got everything ready. So in this bowl, now I'm only going to make a half a recipe of these. I'll take a snapshot of the full recipe, but I'm going to tell you what I did. 1.5 cups of flour are in this bowl. And into this, we are going to put, and I have to divide everything in half, we're going to put 1.25 teaspoon of baking powder. And that is 1/4. Okay. All right. And also into that, we're going to do salt. And the salt calls for 1 teaspoon. Okay. And we need some black pepper. 1/2 teaspoon. Beautiful. Mix those dry together. Okay. Into this, we're going to put a beaten egg. Sorry, gotta wash my hands. Hold on. I'm still here. Okay. Okay. And we're going to do some milk. Now, I'm just going to eyeball this. I'm going to do about 1/2 cup of milk into that egg. And you're going to beat it. So beat the egg and the milk together in a separate bowl. Nice. Okay. Beautiful. It's done. That's going into the flour mixture. So far, this is really easy, right? Okay, the guest of honor. This is 1.5 cups of chopped clams with the juice going in. Okay, so, you know, the clams are going to come in juice when you buy them. And what I do sometimes is I'll ask for a little extra container of juice just in case. When I'm making these, I take a look at the measurements, and if I don't have enough juice with the clams, I just add a little more juice to it. So this is going to be a nice, it almost has the consistency of like a pancake batter, if I can describe that way. Smells good. Yes, I smell everything. That's how I know. Okay. And you know what? This looks a little too loose to me. So I'm going to add a little more flour. Let me put you on pause. Okay, so I'm adding like another 1/4 cup of flour to that. And what's that tell you? See, don't be afraid. You know, things are trial and error. I usually make the whole recipe of these, which calls for like 3.5 cups of flour, but it makes a lot. I mean, I'm by myself today. What am I going to do with all those clam cakes? I'll be giving them away in the neighborhood. Okay. This is more like it. Let me show you the batter. It's like a loose pancake batter. Perfect. Okay. That is it. Now, I've got the oil on the stove. And all I'm using today is, again, I didn't pull a deep fryer out. I have a saucepan on the stove, and I'll show you that in a minute. I have a nice little deep saucepan, and I put a good 4 or 5 inches of vegetable oil in it. And I'll take you over to the stove to show you. This is an old Farberware pan that I have. I swear to God, it's got to be about, oh God, I think it's more than 30 years old. But I keep it for that reason. The handle's burnt on it and all of that, but I keep it for this reason, to fry things in on top of the stove when I need like a deep fry and I don't want to take a deep fryer out. Okay, I have an ice cream scoop ready. I have my spider ready that I'm gonna take them out. I have a bowl here with some paper towel in it, and let's just see. Try by just putting a little tiny bit in there. Oh, beautiful. Perfect. We're ready to rock and roll. Okay. So you're going to use an ice cream scoop and into the pan. Bubbling right up. Okay, I got 3 in there for now, just to get you started, to show you. Oh yeah, they're coming right up to the top of the pan. You know, this is like so like old-fashioned. I get it, but I even fry my strudel on top of the stove. You know, I don't at Christmas time. I don't use a deep fryer for that either. I do it on top of the stove because that's what my grandmother used to do. That's what I saw. My mother, over the years, ended up getting a nice big deep fryer because she was making a lot of them. And, you know, now that I think of it, and I'm sad to say, my mother passed in May, so my mother won't be making the strudel this year. So I guess I'll be making it all, so maybe I'm gonna ask for her deep fryer. Or I will go get one, because I think we'll be making a lot. My nephew William, if you're watching, all hands on deck this year. We'll be making the strudel together. Okay, these are looking beautiful. I can't tip the pan. I can't show you. Actually, yeah, you know what? Hold on. I'm gonna turn the video. Okay, this is what's going on in the pan. And they're not quite ready yet. You want to get them a nice golden brown. You don't want to keep the heat on too high. They will brown too quickly and the inside won't be done. Okay, they're done. Sorry to say I started this party without you. I had to taste one. Look at those. Aren't they beautiful? Had to taste one. They were perfect. So when I give you the recipe, I'll put it in my post. I'm going to give you the full recipe. Know that you can cut it in half, but remember, I needed to put a little bit more flour, about 1/4 cup. So let's eat this. Oh boy. Okay. So there's our chowder. Move this pan over a little bit. Hold on. All right. Put it right back on the stove. Okay, there's the chowder. Beautiful. Look at that. Okay, when you serve it, put a couple of clam cakes on the dish. Now that made about 1.5 dozen of clam cakes, so you'll probably get a good 3 dozen out of the full recipe. Let's open one of these up. Take a look at that. Beautiful clam cake made at home. Easy. Easy, easy. Delicious. The salt was good too. Just right. This is what I like to do. I'm going to dunk. Oh, this is lovely. Delicious. I could never put one of these potatoes in my mouth because I would burn my entire mouth. So I'm just going to taste the juice for now till it cools a little. Perfect. I'm telling you, you will love it. So easy. So easy to do at home. Chowder and clam cakes. I hope you enjoyed this. I did the best I could to put the video together. I had to stop and start and all of that. But anyway, I did it. I accomplished it. So, right, just amazing what you can do, even without a deep fryer. I did these on top of the stove. Beautiful. Like the old ladies used to do. I hope you try it, and I hope you enjoy it. I will be back again soon. Take care.